Hi, it's Neil Sean here on Your Entertainment News. Of course, behind me is the beautiful auditorium of the Coliseum Theatre in St Martin's Lane, London. We're here because we have a very special show and three very special stars to meet. Cassidy, Janson, the beautiful Alexandra Burke and the legend that is Michael Ball. So without further ado, join me right now. Hi, Neil Sean here on Your Entertainment News. I'm on stage at the beautiful Coliseum Theatre with
Alexandra Burke.
Cassidy, Janson.
the leading ladies of this fabulous musical Chess. Remember though, girls?
That's right, Neil.
If you miss it,
you miss out.
That's a take. Don't miss these two beautiful girls today on Your Entertainment News. We're here in this beautiful theatre, the Coliseum, on the stage, which is now the home of Chess. Alexandra, firstly, tell me about your role, what you play, and how did you get the part?
Well, basically, I play Svetlana, and I am Michael Ball's wife.
There's a first.
There's a first, yes. And basically, pretty much, I get cheated on in the show, and I'm heartbroken.
by me. Sorry.
So you were the other woman.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Sorry.
It's brilliant.
I mean, I like you
Yeah.
really. Like in real life.
Exactly. But you know, historically, I mean, this show was obviously done way before I was born. But
Thanks for reminding
again.
us.
I'm just going to say that again, just so you all know that my age is really young.
Yeah.
But it's such a privilege because I, of course, did not know really much about the show before I got the role. And historically, Svetlana never comes into Act 2. But what's been really nice is that Lawrence has allowed me to be a part of the show a bit more. So I'm in Act 1 and I'm singing someone else's story towards the end of Act 1. And I open up Act 2 with a brand new song that they brought to Chess. It's only ever been used in one production. It's called He's a Man, He's a Child. And I absolutely adore that song. So the songs they've given me, you know, the outfits they've given me, for goodness sake, have just been out of this world. And, you know, I just feel like every time I step onto this stage, and we haven't done many of the shows, but, you know, during tech and rehearsal, stepping onto the stage and being with the orchestra, being with the complete cast, the crew, everyone, it's such a privilege to be a part of the show. The score is beautiful, the way that the chorus sing, the way that the orchestra do what they do, and the way that everyone else plays their role and steps up. It just makes me go, I love theatre. And I know this is only my third show, but I'm so lucky to be able to be part of this revival because I don't know how I landed this role. I'll be honest, I don't know how I got this.
I read somewhere that when they rang you up, you said, "Are you sure you got the right number?"
Yeah.
Which I thought was hilarious, you know, because I normally say that, you know, mine normally is yes, I'll do it. But you know.
Because it's a little bit like me. Coliseum, Chess, what? Do you know what I mean?
And ABBA and Tim Wright. I mean, it's just, you know,
it's
I think any song from ABBA is, you know, it's all going to be good, don't you? End
Yeah,
off.
but you have no idea they
Yeah.
can write all the other
That's
stuff as
it,
well.
exactly.
The massive kind of very Russian anthemic
Yes.
songs are. I was saying earlier, I was like, it's such a visceral reaction to the score because it's so melodramatic.
Yeah.
And then it suddenly switches from that, the classical kind of sounding stuff, to this like, amazing
Yes.
rock pop stuff.
Yes, and you should have heard us in the Sitzberg. Like, you should have seen us rather. Like when we sat down and heard everyone, because for rehearsals we only just had, you know, John
Piano
and
and
everyone
drums.
playing piano and drums, and then we got into the Sitzberg and it was everyone, and we all sat there going, whoa, and it just felt like it was a massive wave that hit me with the sound. The sound that they are creating is just magical. And anyone that loves theatre, and even if you're not a massive fan of theatre, you will come here and it will change your mind. Because the way that you hear how everything is, you won't hear this again.
Yeah.
You won't hear
and
this
it's a
in any-
beautiful,
in any
such a
show.
nice venue, isn't
Absolutely.
it? But it's a big venue for both of you girls to fill. I don't mean fill in audience, but presence on stage.
Yeah.
That's, you know, it's a lot harder to, because when it's an intimate, I've seen you in intimate concerts, I've seen you in intimate, and you can connect and look through your eyes. What is it like when you're standing here? Do you get butterflies?
Oh, I'm a nervous wreck. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a nervous wreck, and you should see me.
Are you? It doesn't
babe,
show.
That's what everyone's saying to me. I'm hiding it really well.
Yeah.
But you see me because I every time I say to you, baby, you know, you're right, and you're like, no, you know, I get a little bit like this, and then I'm fine. I'm learning to be like that.
Yeah.
But you should see me, because I guess as well, I only come on for one line in the beginning, and then I'm not on for another hour.
Oh,
so
you
for
can watch
me,
Coronation Street
I
then,
could,
yeah.
But I'm
But it's
actually
just keep
going
in
for the
character,
songs. I've got
yeah.
to keep in character. I've got to keep warm. An hour.
And I think that's much harder.
It's so hard.
Having those parts where you just pop up
That's
every
it.
now and then, but you
That's
have to.
it.
But it's not just pop up and say one line. It's pop up
Yeah.
and deliver
And
a massive
that's
dramatic
And be
exactly.
remembered to come back.
Yeah.
I think that's the hard thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because then if they don't remember that entrance,
Yeah.
when they, who's she? You know, that sort of
That's
thing, yeah.
it. What role is she playing again?
She's the nanny.
She the nanny. Oh no, we won't talk about that.
So tell me, without giving too much away, because
Yes.
obviously this musical is phenomenally successful, as Alexandra has pointed out a few times, many years ago. I remember it opening, thank
A few
you.
years ago. Just a few years ago.
Just a few.
Just a few. But of course, you know, when you look at the revivals, it's very hard in many respects. So what is the unique selling point now? What have they done to this? Why we should all come and see it? Apart from two beauties, of course.
Oh well,
Thank
and of
you.
course, you know, you got Michael.
Yeah.
You got
Michael
Cedric,
Ball,
you
he
got
can sing a
Philip.
bit.
Yeah,
Michael can
I've
sing
heard
a
that,
bit.
yeah.
A little
Sing a
bit.
little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what it is? I think it's when we're watching tech of this and you're sort of watching all the ensemble nail their stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful dancers, beautiful acrobats, people on stilts, people fire breathing. It's such a dramatic show, and then all the
Very
principals.
current as well.
It's very current,
Even
and
though it's based in the
Actually,
80s,
yeah,
it's very
yeah.
current. Then what Lawrence has done to this show, he's put a very good spin on. Even though he's set it in the 80s, you still think you're in this day and age right now because of the elements of One Night in Bangkok and everything that comes with that.
Yeah.
Everything that comes with the orchestra, everything that comes with all the vocals, and I feel like he's made a very good balance between making sure it's a fresher show. He's got a very good balance. It's maybe based in 1980s, but you would never walk in and go, "Oh, it feels really dated." You wouldn't feel that way. And even down to the costumes still feel like they're fresh.
The
and right
the
now,
wardrobe department
they are.
deserve
They've
an award.
smashed it out the park, didn't they?
It is so
I
perfectly
love watching
80s.
you two girls, though. It's the things that make me
Brilliant.
laugh. Oh, the costumes, you know.
I'm telling you.
But it's so amazing
even
to be
down to
dressed in
all-
these
all the
80s
wigs
clothes
and
and
stuff
80s
like that.
wigs
It's
and
brilliant.
80s glasses,
Yeah.
80s watches,
Yeah.
80s rings. And I remember seeing Michael dressed for the first time
Yeah.
in his Russian outfit, and he had this massive gold ring on. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he looks like
and
my
he just got this
dad.
gold watch.
Didn't
just
say
got this
that.
gold watch as well.
Yeah.
He's gonna hate you for
I
saying
know.
that.
I don't see a leaving present for you.
I mean, so
get nothing.
Lawrence has just done a fantastic job in directing it to make it feel like it's here and now, down to the sound. You know, even down to the sound design. It's like everything about it. It's so well thought, down to the screens. You know, this I've never seen anything like this in my life, and to have, you know, a camera crew on stage with us that's choreographed to move around us and be a part of the show, and to have our faces on these big gigantic screens, I think it's mind-blowing.
I have to ask you,
Mind-blowing.
finally, girls, you are two of the most busiest musical stars right now, and a lot of people watching this and will be looking who are very young, like you both did, and thought, I'd like to do that, you know, because you do, don't you? You come to the theatre when you're young and think, how am I being that? What would your advice be separately to anybody watching you today and thinking, I'd like a career in theatre, you know, also as a pop star, as a singer, you know, what advice would you give? Let's start with yourself.
Do it if you want it. I remember being a little girl and seeing Miss Saigon and Cats and just it was the
Exciting.
biggest inspiration to me, seeing live theatre, and I'm so glad that I had two parents that absolutely said, go on kid, and they took me to all my ballet classes, all my dance classes. They remortgaged the house so I could go to dance school, and I was so lucky, and I'm so glad that they encouraged me the way they did, because my parents aren't from this world at all.
So it's all alien to them then. You've got success, but they're like,
oh.
what's this about?
Yeah, they really, they're like, oh, they call me the fairy at the bottom of the garden. So they're like, I don't know where she came from. But they supported me, and I would say to anyone, just go for it. This is the best job in the world. For me, I'm like, this is the best job in the world. I don't know why everyone doesn't want to do this. This is amazing. It is.
And
What
yourself?
about you?
Well, for me, because I've come from X Factor and I come from a very different world, and it's a pop world, and I never expected to go into shows so soon into my career and start Bodyguard and then do that for 2 years.
You were
Sister Act,
fabulous in
yes.
Bodyguard, by the
Thank
way.
you, and I loved
Very
it.
believable.
But it honestly did not occur to me that I had the capability of doing it, and I've never been to any training school whatsoever. Wow. So for me, I've gone out of my way to go and get acting lessons. I went out of my way to make sure that I was focused and I prepared. And I always say to people, if you don't prepare prepared to fail, because you have to prepare for these things and go for every audition, get the feedback, get the constructive criticism, and make the most out of what life has to offer.
There's
So
a strange
important.
man behind
So
your head.
important.
It was making me laugh, sorry.
Oh, my baby!